we should be live.
Okay. Well, it's
Go.
evening.
Welcome, everyone, to the Legends of Thea Adventure Stream, brought to you by the Dice Cult. The Dice Cult brings you live streaming tabletop RPGs Mondays, Tuesdays, and Saturday nights. Fifth edition on Mondays and Tuesdays, and horror on Saturdays with Vampire the Masquerade and Call of Cthulhu. Check them out on Twitch, live or on demand at YouTube via the Dice Cult on YouTube. My name is Frank Bedini. I go online by Frankie Swa and some other names that I won't mention because they are, well, I guess this is an 18-plus stream, so I'm still not going to share those names with you, but I am called other things at times depending on who I'm killing on a certain game. To move forward, I'm going to introduce you to my good friends who have been a part of this stream since we began. Over to my right now, at least, I don't know where she is on the stream there on the live on the Twitch, but Jenny from Austin, Texas. So did you get any snow a couple weeks ago? Did you get Did you get dumped on? Yeah.
Yes.
So is that pretty tough? Did everything work out okay? I mean, you're here.
Yeah.
Was it
bad. I think we got really lucky, but because we didn't really have like pipes burst or anything here. We lost power and water for a little bit, but no actual damage. So that's good.
That is good. Well, that's good. That's good. I'm glad that you made it through, and everything else was as calm and cool as collected. I know that several of the people in that state, and it was a crazy time. Not like we haven't had crazy times last year, and it's just, wow, it's pretty crazy last couple of years. Moving over to Mian, and you're playing Lila Guman, the gnome barbarian, correct, Jenny?
Yes.
Awesome. We're going to go over to Scott from Oklahoma, who plays Mian Mistam, the half-gold dragon paladin of Bahamut. Ooh, I said it right that time. I'm happy. It just went all the way through smooth. I guess that's what happens when you don't play for 2 weeks. You miss it so bad, your brain's working for a while. But how's everything going with you, Scott? I know you do a lot of numbers, and right now there's a lot of numbers going on for you. Are you going to be able to hang with this tonight?
Yeah, I'm a little wife's tax season, and it's not a good time to be a tax accountant. But
well, they do
making
need
it
to.
through.
The god of nature, or the nature entity or spirit that is there at that nature node where we left off, it definitely needs you to help us with his taxes. So we got a long show tonight while it goes down everything it needs to pay for. So you'll have fun. You'll be able to master this episode big time. And last but not least, playing Little Grin Churl, we have David, who is actually Scott's brother from Washington State. How you doing, David?
What's up, everybody? Woo!
So, has it been just raining in Washington, or have you been getting a lot of snow too?
We got a big storm through the other day, but I think actually my power went out for about 3 or 4 hours. But other than that, it's been pretty nice here, actually.
Cool, awesome, excellent. So, tonight we will start where we left off last week, and Scott, for extra experience, since you said you were going to check out the video, where did we leave off last time we played?
You're good, man. Yeah, we just killed that monster poisonous snake thing.
Right.
That almost killed poor Jenny, and I think incapacitated Little Grin down there. And
yeah, I think Little Grin was hating it. I think he went over there to do some damage to it, and I think it nailed him with its poison.
Yeah, so I healed the poison from David, or from Little Grin, and me and Lila kind of took a defensive position in kind of the little alcove, right where we came in to that cave, and there was the water, and then where the snake came down the ramp, we kind of were over in the little alcove space, and Lila and Little Grin had just fallen asleep while I was taking the first watch, so hopefully we can get our HP back and all that, because I was out of spells, and I'm out of healing, and everybody's hurt.
So, can everybody see this?
Yes.
I've just brought everybody over to the map. All right,
Yes.
excellent. Excellent. So this is the map of the last spot we were in. I'm going to go ahead and open up the map so it can be seen a little bit better, like the whole map can be seen. just because I'm going to do that this time. All right. Can everybody see the whole map?
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome. Excellent. Yeah, you can see that there is a token for the spirit. Actually, it was a bone naga that you all encountered and took out, which was a tough fight. If I remember right, that was kind of a tough fight, but
Yeah,
y'all made it through.
my hit sheet right now says 0 health points. So
Right.
Yeah,
So
mine
if I
said
yeah,
5.
right. So if I remember properly, Mihan did some sort of healing to at least stop you by either the medicine skill to make sure you didn't bleed out and you're stable at 0, or not stable, but you were at 0 and not going lower.
Yeah,
Or,
so I used 5 of my lay on hands hit points to
Okay.
which neutralizes poison,
Right.
and then I did the medicine check to bind his wounds. So he's at 0 and unconscious.
Okay.
And then I think I did my last spell on Lila, and she's maybe at a couple hit points or something.
Okay.
And I'm still okay, but I'm no more spells.
Right. Okay. So, we're going to take a bit of a rest here for the group, right in this spot. I will tell you, Mihan, as you are the only one that's really not hurting right now as bad as the others. I mean, even though Lila has 5 hit points, she's tired. She got nailed quite well. So, unfortunately, so you do see across the path, though, across the walkway, which the walkway is the way that the creature, the monster, came and attacked you from. That path leads all the way around the water to there's actually like an altar, and it looks way different than the rest of the area, because the rest of this area is like underground, so it's got a lot of rock mushrooms, crystals, and things like that. It's got water, as you can see, but this one area's got vegetation growing, like roots from all kinds of different plants and different living in the ground type things all around it. So this altar is unique in this one area. It's definitely, you can see it from a distance, and it looks like an awesome, cool nature altar, if you will, for lack of a better description. Are you going to take the full watch, and how long are you all going to rest here?
Yeah, we're probably gonna have to do a super long rest.
Okay.
So whatever it is, like, I'll probably stay awake most of the time until Lila's feeling a little better, and then catch a couple Z's.
Okay. All right.
And of course, we got Mouse, the guard dog, watching out.
Right. So, are you saying you actually want to do a long rest? So, what are you gonna do?
We're doing a full long rest.
Okay.
I'm barely conscious, so.
I mean, unless Lila has a disagreeing input on that, but Little
Nope.
Gren doesn't have much of a say.
Yeah,
Right.
no, I'm
Nope. I'm gonna go to bed.
Right. The only option, really, I mean, you're here, and so you're here, and it seems like there's no other way to get into this spot except for where you came from, and it's on the other side of that because you traveled, you walked away from the spirit, the nature spirit. So the only other option would be to grab everybody up and take them over to that spot, somewhere outside of this. But this makes sense. You just got done taking out what was here. Nothing else has attacked you or has been seen. So this is a pretty safe spot, I would agree upon. Okay, so does that mean you want to do 8 hours, or do you want to do less than that, or you want to do full 8? Okay.
8 hours so that we all get the benefits of a long rest for everyone.
Okay, great. Okay, now, since you are going to do your long rest right now, then I will allow everyone to know, just like I told you last time we played, that you've all leveled up.
Gang, gang.
And when you do a long rest, that's when, unless it's a level where I feel like you have to go out and do some things, you can go ahead and do your leveling right now. And we can kind of talk about what your characters are going to be adding for this level, what you're getting and stuff like that. We can do that. It would be a good idea to level just in case what happens next. That extra stuff is needed. But yeah, go ahead and let's rock and roll with that. So what level is everybody going to be going to?
4, right?
4.
Is it 4? Wow.
Yeah, we're
Watch out.
babies.
Watch out.
I'm just so excited every time we level for health points.
Same.
Absolutely. Well, let's hope you roll some good ones, man. Let's hope you roll that dice well.
Well, it's 1d8 plus Constitution, so I'm gonna roll it in game right now if that's cool.
Yeah, do it. Let's get these characters leveled up. And I'm interested
Are we
in
doing
hearing.
that on D&D Beyond or on Foundry?
Oh,
Uh-oh,
can I
somebody's
use
laughing
any and
about something.
all future inspiration points to re-roll that?
Oh my god, a 1? Oh geez, dude. Yeah, you can do you have any inspiration right now?
I don't think I do, but I will literally sacrifice every inspiration roll I could ever have from now on for that one roll.
Wow. That is, well, if you roll a 1 again, that's going to suck. But
I need
get
it.
it. I got
need
it.
the
I
health
got
points so bad right now.
Right. I'll let you roll. Everybody can roll twice on their hit points if they roll one the first time. I'm not. That sucks. I don't want to do that. Go ahead and roll again. There's an old saying that I learned in high school about Dungeons and Dragons: the dice don't lie, and the dice didn't lie. The dice said this time you're not going to be getting that many hit
I
points.
usually just take the average too. I'm such an asshole. All right. That's the worst for me right now.
Well, what else do you get for 4th level monk and farmer? We know about farmer. We get some more information about the different shrooms and stuff, but and techniques of farming underground. Does the monk get anything extravagantly cool at 4th?
Oh, I do get an ability score improvement.
That's
So
sick.
Yeah.
That's good.
cool.
Yeah, I could do either an ability score improvement or a feat. So I'm like, ooh.
Ooh.
And my dex is 15. Is the cutoff for the next one 16 or 17?
What's that?
Let's see.
Oh, never mind.
Yes. Oh, that helps a bunch. Or do you do the feats rule as well?
What do you mean? Do I do the feats rule?
Like,
Can we take a feat instead of the?
Instead of attributes going up?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's what it says in the book. Is you can do either or. Correct?
It's an optional rule.
I like that optional rule. I mean, most people I know will take attributes, but there are those who like what their attributes are, and there's some really sick feats. So, create the character the way you want it to go. I mean, point it in the direction you want it to roll. You've been doing really well as a 3-piece. I say that because I call 3 people in a band a 3-piece. So you guys and gals are all kind of to me a 3-piece band. Just going around and killing stuff. You all play instruments. Your characters do, right?
Is ale an instrument?
I was gonna say the whiskey jug. Ooh, ooh, ooh,
Yes, it's a little.
Exactly. You got it. That's the one. That's it.
Yeah, so I'm pretty much done.
Cool. So, Meehan, anything fun and exciting at 4th level?
I don't think so. I'm
Besides
just
more hit
sorry. I'm
points?
being a little quiet. This is probably extremely boring for anyone watching, but I still hadn't decided between whether I want to take up my constitution for more health or if I want to take a feat. But I'm leaning towards. I don't know.
This is what we do when we play. We do this kind of stuff, and our stream is us playing live D&D, and live D&D. When you level. So we're rolling on this.
I if anyone was curious, just to make the time pass, I was going back and forth in my head if I should go for the feat grappler or if I should add +1 to my dex. But with +1 to my dex, my AC goes up by 1. So I'm doing that. But I may go for the feat grapple next time just to be more effective in close combat.
Yep. That would be a good thing. Now that gives you a bonus when you grapple, right? When you're trying to attempt to.
Yeah, I don't think it's as good as past editions, but you have advantage on attack rolls against a creature you are grappling. So if you grapple somebody, then you can just start punching them.
Right,
and then you can also use your action to pin somebody you've grappled so they can't attack, and then they're restrained. And so then you can basically, your friends can just coup d'etat them, you know?
Oh, cool. Awesome.
So I've decided I'm going to take this Sentinel feat just to mess with Frankie there.
This is going to be one of those things that's not built into Foundry. So I got to push 16 buttons to make something happen, right?
Nah, it's pretty easy actually. But basically, if I get an attack of opportunity, the creature's speed becomes 0 for the rest of the turn.
Okay.
I get an attack of opportunity even if you take the disengage action.
Okay, so disengage does not keep you from being able to do it. Okay.
And if you attack anybody, if any monster attacks anybody within 5 feet of me, I get to make an attack with my reaction. So as long as Lila and Little Grind are pretty close to me, it's going to be a bad move to attack anybody else.
Okay.
And
that's a passive. It's on all the time.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, as long as they're within 5 feet.
Well, as long as within 5 feet, it's activated. If something goes after one of them and attacks them, you're going to be able to get a reaction attack. And if they look to disengage, you will still be able to attack even if nobody else does. Yep. Because you are the Sentinel. Yeah, like that, right?
Yeah.
Judas Priest song, I think. I'm totally dating myself suddenly. Old Judas Priest.
Who doesn't love Judas Priest, man?
Gang. There we go. 9.
Oh, don't look, Little Grin. 9 new hit points plus Constitution bonus. What about you, Lila? How many did you get?
I'm up to 41 now. I did it through D&D Beyond.
Oh, cool. Okay. How many more hit points did you get?
9.
Well, damn. Yep, Little Grin. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I hate you both. I need the health point. You guys are fine. I need.
Yeah, the guy with no, barely wears underwear to the fight as it is. Well, that sucks, bro.
The truth is that I mean, I think monks can make pretty good tanks, and that's kind of how I was going to build this guy. But I just keep getting screwed on my character dice rolls, so he's kind of.
Well, there's one way to fix that, and it's 3 words. The same word 3 times.
No.
But you have to see the image before you say it, right?
Yeah, but I could also just take my character and basically flush his toilet down. His character sheet down the toilet in the process. I know what you're saying.
I'm just saying, there's always that help. Denny knows all about who. I can't say the name because even I won't say it. If the symbol isn't there, I won't say it because that's bad juju unless you see the symbol first, even for the DM.
Has anybody heard of this quickened healing?
Quickened healing.
I'm on this website. I just usually look up the monk stuff on the website. I mean, I have the book, but I just usually look it up so I can copy and paste.
Right.
And then this one says that optional for 4th level at monk, there's one called quickened healing. And I'm wondering if it's just like somebody's fan fiction or whether it's like another book that came out that I'm unaware of.
You're saying that it's not official errata or whatever word
I don't
that is?
know. That's what I'm saying. It could be something in one of the new books that I don't know about.
Cool.
It is new. It's a 4th level monk feature. As an action, you can spend 2 key points and roll a martial arts die. You regain a number of hit points equal to the number rolled plus your proficiency bonus.
Wicked. And that's what do you call it? In game? That's not like fan fiction?
No, I don't think so. I think it was in like Excuse me, I can't
Oh,
quit
here it is on
coughing.
D&D Beyond.
Is it in D&D Beyond? Under like homebrew rules or something like that?
I'm seeing it in places, but I'm trying to find the.
I think it's in the Unearthed Arcana, the new book.
Cool. I like that.
Tasha's Cauldron of Everything Monk Guide. Has anyone heard of that?
You got
I've
reading to do
heard
now.
of it. I haven't actually done it.
All right, well, I might not use it now, but if anyone who's watching happens to know what quickened healing is, let us know. That'd be helpful.
You get to roll your attack die, I think it is, right?
I see the rule. I'm just wondering where it was printed, so I know that it's.
It's Unearthed Arcana. I just told you.
Oh, you know for sure? Oh, okay, awesome.
Yeah, I just saw where it said it.
Oh, well then, shit. I'm gonna use it unless you say no, Frank.
You're going to take that instead?
No, it's optional. I think it's just something I can take if you're allowing it.
Okay, well, like take it as in it's not a feat. It's like you get it at a certain level.
It's a
Is that-
4th level optional if you include the extra book.
Oh, I have no problem with Unearthed Arcana.
Cool.
So if it's in there, then that's fine. If that's something that your monk gets at 4th level, I'm all good with that. That'll help you out quite a bit, I think.
Yeah, well, it's new. That's why I'm asking you about it. I didn't know anything about it.
Okay.
It's not OP or anything either. For right now, for 2 key points, he gets to do a D4 plus 2.
Right. No, I get it. I'm all good with that. I'm fine. I'm cool with it. I'm cool. All
Awesome,
good.
because I could use that right now.
That's why it's kind of like I think we're going to go with that. That's kind of where I'm at with that. So, all right. So everybody's leveled up now. Everybody ready to move back on? That didn't take too long. Thank you all, those of you who are checking this out live or on demand. And we had to do this leveling. This was something we discussed last time we played, which was a couple weeks ago. It needed to be done when the next time there was a long rest. So we're moving on.
Really quick, Frankie.
Yeah.
Do you mind setting it so that I have 4 hit dice? Because it says I have none, and I think that's the only thing that didn't import properly.
Yeah, I'll see if I can do it. I just don't want to hurt your. I don't want to hurt your screen or your deal. But let's see. Where's it say hit die 3? Okay. I'm looking to see where it will allow me to do that. Let's see. Where's the edit at? Let's see. Ay. Let's see. Let's try that one. No. Sorry, everybody. I'm looking at a sheet on Foundry and looking to edit it and looking for the edit button because I don't see. I'm used to seeing an edit button and I'm not seeing it. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to give you hit points to give you that because I think the hit die goes by the.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? The where your level says 0 up there right now. I think hit dice goes right along with it. So, and I'm not getting a opportunity to change that from 0 to something else. So I can try to put some hit points in here or experience points. Let me see. Sorry, I've got no light in here. So let's see. That just blew that up. That's what I thought would happen. Okay. Whoa. Close that up. And let's see. Close that up. Okay, we'll see if that worked for you. No, yeah, it gave you 300 experience, but it didn't give you your hit die level up.
Yeah, because it also says I'm at level 0.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I know you've got to. There's a spot where you can edit, but I'm losing that spot right now, and I can't find the edit button, so I can edit this for you. And I do apologize because the hit die should be changed and level should have went over too. So we're gonna have to make that change at some other time because I can't find the edit button. I'm sorry about that. Let's see. That's not it. No, I'm gonna move on. Okay. Sorry about that. If you find it, let me know that you found it, and that way everybody else can know where it's at as well while we're doing this. Because I'm sure they have the same issue. Does your character sheets tell you that you're 0 level, or does it have your right level on there? Scott?
It says I'm 4th.
Okay. Does your player sheet on Foundry say you're 4th level?
Yeah. So you just go to under your character sheet the features, and then you add under that class levels.
Well, there you go.
Oh, okay.
There you go. All right. Well, while everybody is still looking at their freshly leveled character, I'm going to move forward just a little bit and roll some dice because, well, while you're hanging out and resting and stuff, you just don't know who may come by and want to sell you some cookies. Let's see. Scott, first 2 hours. Nothing happens the first couple hours. It's nice and quiet. The drops of water on the stalactites and the pond that's at the bottom to the left of you is soothing. It feels really good just to rest. This place is like a sanctuary. There's not even a bug to bother you. If there are bugs, they're not even bothering you. That's how nice this place is. There's just complete relaxation. And the first 2 hours are very much too easy for Meehan. Meehan's always looking for something. Are you going to take the next 2 hours as well?
Yeah, I'm just sitting and relaxing it now. I'm mostly letting Mouse keep watch for us.
Okay.
Because we all gotta get in 8 hours.
Okay. The next 2 hours are the same. And can you roll your Constitution, Mr. Meehan?
Oh yeah, like a save.
Yeah, just roll your Constitution die and add your Constitution bonus to it. Just 20-sided, Give me that total.
Oh shit! 4.
Time to drink, brother. Uh-oh, Mouse starts barking.
Yep, something's coming.
Yep. So, you actually, Mouse is just, you start to fall asleep. You slip a little bit. That was the one. You start to fall asleep, but the dog is barking and it wakes you up.
Yes, I'll probably nudge Lila then because she's had about 4 hours, so that then I can get a couple hours.
Excellent idea. Lila, you're awakened by Meehan. You're still in the cave. You haven't been moved. Everybody looks to be very much relaxing. The dog, Mouse, is jumping up and down at something. You're not sure if it's like chasing a large moth that's flying around low, and the dog looks like it's chasing it as it's flying around, and maybe even the moth is doing it on purpose, but it looks like this moth is dive bombing on the nose of this dog, so it's barking at it. So they're playing around here. So it's quite the calm and relaxing spot here. But he needs you to back him up because he needs to rest too. So I'm going to roll dice. All right. Okay. All right. When Meehan gets back, of course, I rolled him. I will share with him what happens. 1 second. I gotta stop Mouse. Mouse is barking over here.
Well, Jenny, how's your day going?
You know what? So far, so good. Not bad. Not bad. How's your
Awesome.
day?
It's been busy. I'm moving, so
Oh.
I get to have all the fun of packing.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm sure whoever's watching this is like, best D&D sesh ever. Oh my word. These guys are pros. They're not just getting drunk and hanging out and being
Oh,
ridiculous.
no, never.
You talking about us?
No. I'm talking about these other people I know.
Oh, okay. Another stream that just streams and doesn't worry about like dead air and all those things. Like
Yeah.
We are very professional here.
we're just. I don't think we ever discussed having this stream be professional. What we said was, let's make a stream where we're playing D&D like if we were all at our house, at one of the guys or gals' houses playing, right? Isn't that what we said we were going to do?
Did I miss something?
Look,
The
I've
only
been thinking real hard. I think we should change our name from the Dice Cult and from Legends of Theia to like Critical Role. What do you think?
Well, that's a pretty cool name. I wonder if that would work.
What did I miss while I was going to get my drink for my one? What
Well,
happened?
that's great that you got your drink. Awesome. I'll drink with you, actually.
Well, no, did something happen? That the stream mess up?
No, you guys were
No.
both gone, and I was
No.
just like looking at Jenny, like, "What are we doing?"
No, what happened was I had to go to the door and let the dog out. Mouse was barking at that moth.
Oh.
Well, I had to go let Mouse out of the production room here so that he could go see Mommy, who just got home. Which if I didn't, he'd just sit there going because he wants to go see her because she just got home. So.
And I was trying out my tight 5 for the Comedy Cellar.
Gotcha. Yeah, I thought I messed something up. I was like, what happened?
And to go with that, Scott, you fall asleep and immediately, like, you rolled the 1, so you were right on the edge. And you lay back, and when you do, you feel like you fall back into the rock, like that you're legging up against. It feels like you just start to drop. And when you do, you feel like you've landed on something kind of wet. It's moist. It feels kind of like almost like maybe a grain or a pebbles or something like that. But it's just a glowing red, and you feel that you're laying on this wetness. What are you going to do?
Yeah, I don't like any of those descriptions, so I'm going to jump up.
Okay. You start to jump up, and literally your head just turns, and your eyes see down as to what you're laying on, and you see that there's a pile of these worms that are about this long, and they've got little teeth, and they're just gnawing. In other words, they're kind of like maggots. And there's a ton of them, and they're eating this like ripped up flesh that they're like, you're laying on a pile of rotted flesh that they're eating.
Ugh.
And when you jump up, you go, and you jump up and catch your breath. And when you do, you're standing back in the cave with the water and the altar of nature and your friends.
Ugh.
The dog stops and looks at you. Mouse looks at you like, what the beep?
Some foul creature has entered my mind. Yeah, I'll probably go back to sleep if we still haven't made our 8 hours.
Oh, no. But you're thinking about laying next to a different rock. Perhaps.
Yeah, might make a shift.
Okay. So it has now been 2 hours under Lila's watch. We're going to go the second hour. Are you going to do another 2 hours, Lila?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let
Here's
the
her-
guys take a nap,
All right.
a longer nap.
All right. 2 hours go by. Really peaceful. The dog plays around a little bit. Every so often looking over at Meehan like, is he going to jump up again? But then he doesn't, of course. And dog moves on. Another 2 hours pass. So you've been looking over the spot for just about 4 hours. Are you going to keep rolling, or do you want to get some more rest?
Oh, we're good, man. We've had our 8 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Then-
I've had full 8 hours, so I wake up.
You don't
Okay.
have to be asleep for 8 hours. You just have to not be.
Okay.
active.
I didn't know how long you were going to all rest, and if you were going to do spells and then rest some more or something like that. So we just move forward. All right. Little Grin wakes up, and he goes, I feel great. And that's a sign that everybody else is like, okay, time to go, as the resting has occurred. Where are you headed?
Well, this is where we needed to be, right? You said this was the altar.
That's correct. You were asked by the, we'll call it the spirit of nature, to clean the spot out for him because it had not been used for some time, and that the last people who went into it never came out, and he's not allowed in here. That's not what this place is for.
Yeah, so I think up here is where we killed the bone naga, right?
That's correct. That's the path that leads to the altar.
So I guess we'll just kind of check it out, make sure that there's nothing else
Okay.
gross up here. I don't know. Do I need to go all the way over here?
Well, you can. I mean, you can take your character token and move it all around the map if you want. But what happens is you go over to that altar, and like I said, it looks literally like it looks like a tree, like a tree trunk, is like grown out and literally been shaped into this altar piece. So it's literally the altar's part of a tree. You can see the tree going up into the dirt and into the ground to the side of it, and then there's all these different vegetations of. They're not very colorful. You can see that there's flowers and things that you would imagine should have some color to them, but all this area, just like most of the other, it's not as bright as that other area. It's very drab here.
Fair
Just
enough.
like outside of here, it's not. Rainbow Falls, this does not look like. There's not much of a rainbow.
Okay, so there's no other like exits or entrances, like you said.
No, there are not.
Okay.
I mean, you can do some searching for like secret stuff, but upon the naked eye, you do not find anything.
But there's this plant altar here, right?
There is. That's correct. It's right over. You see where my mouse? See where the rock stuff is over here
No,
on the
I'm not
very
seeing
far
it.
left. Yeah.
Bottom left.
It's kind of in the middle of the map, actually.
Oh, right here. Okay.
Yeah, like right to the far left. Yeah, there's like you can see like there's like little candle looking things sat there. Those are rocks. Like
It's
cool
difficult to
rocks.
see.
Yep, that's
All right,
where
yeah,
those
I'm
are.
gonna walk over there.
Yep.
Where I
Yep.
am.
Yep, that's where it's at. That's the location of the altar.
And I'm gonna take out my plant friend,
Okay.
and I'll set him next to the altar and see what he does.
Okay. You put him or it. You put it on the altar. Now, are you gonna like set it down and let it hop up there, or are you actually placing it on the altar?
Like I'll let him scope it out. Like I'll just hold my hand out with him on it, and like if he wants to jump off and check out
Okay.
the altar, he could. Like I'll
Okay.
give him the option.
All
But if
right.
he like sees it and he's like frightened and runs away,
Okay.
that tells
Exactly.
me a lot too.
Perfect. Okay. So you put your hand out with it, and it's like a little mushroom about this tall, and it kind of moves over to the edge and looks down. Puts his head up, little mushroom cap head, looks back down. And it just kind of stands there, and then it looks back at you, like to say, what do you want me to do?
Oh, okay. I'll just pop him back up on my shoulder and
Okay.
near my ear where
Okay.
maybe I can hear him. Just be like, "Whoa, what you think of it?"
No. Not know it.
Well,
Nice.
me neither.
He giggles. It giggles.
Are there any symbols of plant things that I recognize in the altar?
Well, there are all kinds of ruins and stuff on here that look like they were like they almost look like they were pressed in. Now this looks like a tree trunk that grew into an altar partially, and yet there's like these intricate like carved or etched pieces into it that it looks like it doesn't look like when something's cut into wood. It looks like there's a cut there. This looks literally like somebody was able to use their hand to create these different visages and symbols and such. And you see all kinds of things. You see mushrooms, images of like different mushrooms and trees and like all these plants and life. You see creatures with wings flying around and all kinds of things like that. All about nature.
Got ya. But I don't recognize any symbols, and my mushroom friend doesn't recognize any symbols.
You don't see anything that. Well, you roll your religion. That's the best way to do that. Who am I to
My
judge whether or not
religion is
the
fine.
dice don't lie?
-2. Suck a 7.
the mushroom goes, where there's this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Names off of, no, just kidding. He didn't name off a bunch of them.
All right, cool.
No, but you look and you don't see anything that you recognize as a symbol of your gods or nature, the gods that you know of.
And one last question. Is there any like spot on the altar that looks like it's for offering?
There is the top of the altar kind of, so the altars, we'll say it's like rectangular, right? I got to get my hands in the image, right? Let's see. Whoa, like, you know, it's rectangular. It goes flat. And then there's another piece that comes up and it like almost like looks like a box on top of it. It goes flat. There is almost like looks like a flattened stone that's curved a bit. And your guess would be that if there would be a spot for offering, that would be where it was at. It looks like
All
a
right,
bowl.
Then
almost
then
like
I
a
will
strange
relate.
bowl.
I will relate that to the group. I'll say, "Oh, he's not for knowing much about this, but if I was to be wanting to make a peace with the nature gods, I'd be using this bit." And I'll point to the offering plate.
Meehan, can you roll a religion check when you look at the altar?
I'm actually not over there with them investigating the altar.
Oh, you didn't go? I thought you were leading this expedition, or this part of it at least.
No. I kind of let them. I just kind of walked over, but I was letting them kind of do their own thing. Actually, while they were over there doing that, I was going to try to collect very carefully some of the poison from the bone naga, if I could.
Okay, you
So
go
we can
have
take
fun with
that
that.
back.
We'll see if you roll a 1 in a second. All right, Lila, you want to roll your religion for me as you're looking at this altar and watching Little Grin investigate it.
Religion. 12.
Cool. Okay. So you see a few symbols, or at least a few like etchings in the altar that make you think that, well, you know, this must stand for this. You know, this kind of looks like a person with wings, and this looks like some vegetables or fruits or something like that. Something that looks like, you know, something that grows like on a tree type thing. So you see a few things that make you, you know, believe that this is an altar of nature. These are all images of nature. You don't see anything that looks like a symbol of a specific god, though. Okay.
I'm just here like arms crossed, like, yep, that's an altar. Yep.
Awesome. Okay, so let's see what the taking of the poison. Where are you putting the poison, Meehan?
You're muted.
We can hear you.
Hopefully, we had some kind, like a little empty flask in our explorers packs.
I actually
Or
might have one.
an empty water bottle as we were moving forward.
Right.
I was thinking an empty wine bottle because I'm pretty sure we have some of those.
We definitely have some. If I really
Whiskey
need
bottles,
something,
whiskey
I'll
bottles.
use. Yeah.
No, there's definitely at least one drinking flask of some sort that's empty right now, if not
Yeah.
two. So yeah, you can go ahead and use that. That's a great idea. The vein, the creature. Here's the thing. This is the tough part. Okay, this creature was an undead type of naga. Okay, so it doesn't have a lot of really fresh stuff to cut through. So this is going to be nasty. But as you're investigating what you're going to be doing, but you do find that there is this sack that looks just different than the rest of the decaying body, like it's much more active, or was more fresh, I guess, than the rest of the decayed body. So that's where you're going to want to cut. But how are you protecting yourself from that poison? Because it is nasty poison.
I think I'm pretty well protected. I mean, I've got
Okay.
leather gloves with gauntlets are on
Okay.
already. So I would just kind of hold the flask with my fingers sideways and then just poke a little hole with my boot knife.
Okay.
And then hopefully just get a little. I'm not, just for your knowledge, I'm not getting it in an attempt to try to use it on like my weapon or something, but I think it would be good to bring back so the priests in Cure de Rule can make anti-venom.
Well, I thought you were going to use it to do like mass killings at nights
No.
when you're on work, and nobody would ever think it was Meehan because you're
No.
an awful good paladin.
No, I was bringing it
The
back so they
Miasta
could make,
Strangler.
Damn, I was hoping that was going to be the twist. Okay.
No, antivenom, because I'm assumed that they can use this to make healing stuff. So
Right. Okay. Awesome. Good idea. And you have other things. I hope you've been writing down, but you've been taking quite a few stuff during this trip. It's been 4 or 5 days in now, and all the way through. Whenever there's been certain like things you've never seen before, you've taken little samples. So I hope one of you has written that stuff down because that'll be experience, and I'll have to respond when you get it back to town after they check it out. You know.
we will probably. I'll go back and make sure we have everything. But yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably have to sort through my
those are
whole
going to be
inventory.
important because if that's something your characters are going to do as a DM, I want to make sure that there will be good reactions to the responses that you've done and stuff like that to the environment. So
Anyway, what kind of role you want me to do, or do I just succeed?
I'll deal. Oh well, I'd love to have you just succeed, but I'm gonna give you a different role than like just a regular Dex role because this
Would
is
it be
just
survival
this is-
though.
yeah, this is going to be more of like a luck type thing because it's just going to be bad luck that something bad happens. I mean, you know this poison. You've got your gloves on and everything. Just something really randomly fucking weird would have to happen for you to get nailed by it. So all I want you to do is roll a percentile dice and tell me the number you don't want to roll. And it'll just be 1% chance that you get beeped.
I'm gonna go with 13.
Oh, my favorite. Oh, 92. Nothing bad. Nope, you did it fine. Great.
Cool.
Just don't eat or touch your private bits for a little while.
Wash your hands.
And then
there's water right there,
how big is the skull?
The skull of the creature is just above normal size, which I guess what's the normal size head? About 2.5 foot long or something.
Yeah. Okay. It's not like gargantuan though. It's just
No. It's not. The only thing that was really gargantuan about it was the length of the creature, because at one point it was a naga. So it was like a big
Are
snake.
we
with
talking
a person's
Chamber
head.
of Secrets big or like a little smaller?
Chamber of Secrets big is big, I believe. If I remember it. So
So I want to snap the skull off
okay.
and
Okay.
take it with us back to Mushroom Man.
Oh, that's interesting. We'll see what happens with that. Okay, so you snap it off. The rest of the group, have you finished your investigations of the altar, or are you going to leave something for the for whatever this altar's for? I mean, altars can be used for many gods, so you can even do your own gods right now if you wanted to.
Yep, I don't have. It's an altar. I'm done.
Okay.
I've seen all I can see.
Before I interact with it, I'll call Meehan over. I'll say, "Oi, what you be thinking of this?"
Yeah, it's a nature altar. It's a worship gods of nature.
Do you be knowing whose it's for?
Yeah, I guess I can go over and take a peek.
Okay.
Somebody do like a religion roll.
That's the one I wanted you to roll earlier. Yep, please roll.
Sorry,
that.
I was trying to
perfect.
avoid it. Let them do it.
That's,
So,
see, isn't it weird? I just circled all around and got you over there anyways, right?
well, I was trying not to take the lead on everything.
Right.
So.
It's all good. That's what Meehan does, right? That's what
guess.
he do. All right.
18.
So you check it out, and basically you do not see a specific god symbol or anything that looks like a. I mean, there may be a god that used to be worshipped that had the symbol of a rose, for example, and there are flowers like that etched into this altar, but you do not see anything that sticks out like it's a specific god's altar. This altar is absolutely, it's literally made to worship nature itself and the energy that nature provides those around it.
Cool. I've been knowing all that and not much more. I'll have a quick prayer to Chanti, the goddess of farming.
Ooh, good. That's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so roll your religion, please. Roll a religion check, and you want to roll as high as you can.
That's pretty good for me.
Yeah, it is.
12.
It is. It is. So, do you get on like your knees when you pray, or are you flat on the ground, or what? How do you pray, or how does Little Gren pray?
I mean, honestly, like I'm probably just mixing culture. You know, like a giant's not very smart, so I'm mixing like all kinds of whatever ever I've seen people do pray, plus my monk shit. So
Okay.
yeah, I definitely get down, you know, in kind of like a half monk, half crouch pose thing, and do my prayer.
Right. Okay. Awesome. When you pray, you just for a second, it sounds like the little mushroom in your pocket or in your ear, or wherever you put it. I forget. Up on your shoulder, I think is what you said. It sounds like it's praying as well. And it there's just this sweet tone of its voice for a second that you hear in your ear, and it just takes you away from a second from your own focus, and then you go back into your focus. And it really makes you think that you have become connected with nature at a higher level than you ever thought your character would have ever done. Your character is like, I am being enlightened here. Okay. And so, Little Gren's definitely on the track that he wanted to be on, being a farmer and being close to the land. Your character feels that.
Close to the land, I'm in the land.
Exactly. That's my point. That's exactly the point. That's exactly the point. All right. So, are you going to move out of the nature node? Time to roll. Okay. I'm going to assume that we're going to take the lead from Meehan and Mouse in the front, with Lila to the side and Little Gren in the back. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think that's the best for when we're in tight quarters, and then when it's really open, I'll probably scout out ahead because I'm sneaky.
Cool. And Lila, is that good for you?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay. So, on your way out, everybody roll their perception.
If there's food, I get an advantage.
13 for me.
17.
20.
All right. All of you at one level or another, or at one heightened level of awareness, but you start to leave, and it all dawns on you that there's this water here, and it really smells like, even though there was the snake thing, like around the water smells really clean and pure. And you all, especially those who rolled higher than like 13, which looks like Lila. Did you, Little Gren, as well?
Yeah.
Yep.
And I also have advantage, like I said, for food. That wasn't a joke. So
Right. What did you roll, Meehan?
I rolled a 13.
Okay. So anybody over 13, you not hear a voice, but your own conscience says, there was fresh water back there. We may want to grab some of that.
I'll go fill my water skin.
You hear that in your mind, literally, not like from another voice, but just like sounds like yourself goes, hey, what about that water? I should grab some of that.
Yeah, I'm gonna empty out this bullshit cave water and grab some Evian.
Okay. Exactly. Anybody else gonna grab water? No?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
No.
I was like, well, yeah. I guess I need hydration sometimes.
Yep.
I mean,
Absolutely.
we got clean water here. Might as well. Yeah.
You think it's Voss, or you think it's more of like a Pellegrino?
I hope it's not Pellegrino. I don't like Pellegrino.
What? You're crazy. It's tingly water.
All right. So when on your way back, you are walking through the water. Remember, there was water that you had to walk through. It was like a kind of a lake that was around the area where the spirit forest, where you've been speaking to him when you've been here. You make it back, and the spirit is moving quite a bit, and I'll put the picture back up of the spirit. Let's see here. One moment. Where did he go? He's hiding from me. Damn it. There he is. You see him?
Yes.
He's much more animated than the last time you all saw him. And he, if I remember properly, you all gave him Cell's map,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
And he was going to look at it and see what he could find out about Cell, because you told him or it about her. And he is moving. Like I said, you haven't seen him move before. He was sitting the whole time before, and now he's taller, so he's obviously standing, and he's moving around. And when he sees you coming, he lifts up his very heavy arm that's like a bunch of branches from a bunch of trees and vines and everything, and he waves you over, trying to get your attention.
Yeah, I'll head over there. I drop that Naga head at its feet.
Okay. When you do so, hopefully he doesn't like. Okay, good. He looks at it and he looks at you, and he looks down again, and you can see that his twisted face of branches and fungus and bark and everything kind of goes, and he gets like a smile, like he's happy about that.
Yeah, I just say I think this is the thing messing with your altar, so it should be good now. Not sure what dark magic has kept it in the undead, but perhaps you could tell.
The undead. I am glad. I wondered where you all were. It's been some time. I believe we should talk. Please, come sit. Hurry. And he literally just says, hurry. Like, just like they, not with excitement, but just hurry.
I head over.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm right there.
Okay, so y'all get over and take a spot. And he sits back down, which looks like it's tough for him just to sit. That takes a lot out of him. He says, the little one, the one you are searching for, the one of nature. I feel that you must act quickly. The longer you wait, the less chance you have of her living.
Okay. Did you find out where she is?
I have only my intuition upon my meditations. So, not completely, but...
Well, get into it then.
Yes. It is too bad. I need to know. Well, we should try to decide how you're going to leave here. I have a feeling that if you take your feet and travel back at your own speed, it will be too late.
Back to where?
Well, you have to leave here. Would you not go home? Or where are you going to go? It is...
Sorry, keep going.
He just says that it's a... she cannot die. You must save her if she is your friend.
Boy, I thought that's what we were doing here.
Well, also you throw the word friend around kind of loosely. She's wanted in connection with a murder.
Well,
Friends can
he
be
stops for a
suspect.
second. He goes, "A friend helps a friend no matter what they do wrong or not." So, basically, here's what I need. We're going to take a break here, and then we're going to come back. But during the break, those of you players, what I want you to do is I want you to think about in character what you believe and where you believe you need to head next and how you're going to get there. Obviously, obvious choices are head in the direction of Cell, obviously.
Okay.
Take the road back that you've already went, go back to the Dwarven area and then go from there. And then if you're going to go that route, how are you going to travel back? You're going to walk back. Are you going to try to find a way to hitch a ride with a flying creature that's coming by any minute, or something like that? Think about it. Think about what your character thinks y'all should do next, because this forest spirit's telling you that if you do not save, if you don't get, the sooner you get to her, the better, because she's in grave danger.
Did she tell us? Did he tell us where she is?
He told you that he has an idea of the area she's in, but he can't place where that is.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to take just a quick break. It's around 7:30 Pacific Standard. We'll take a break for about 10 minutes. We'll be back on, and we'll finish up for tonight. Thank you all for checking it out. Legends of Theia, break time.
we're live.
Welcome back to the Dice Cult's Legends of Theia Adventure Stream. I said it right. But I said that word wrong. Sorry. As I say, I said it twice in a row right. I'm happy. I always mess that up. Adventure Stream. Anyways, we're back and rocking and rolling. And the question for each of the characters, I'm interested in knowing, first of all, what Little Grin Churl thinks the group should do. This ancient spirit has stated that their acquaintance and one time member of your group, Cell, has been missing. She's missing. She may have something to do with a murder that occurred, and now she is in peril wherever she is at right now. But you have your own things that you're doing as well. So where does Little Grin believe we should start? The group should start, I should say.
So I don't know if you know this or not about Lil Grin Churl, but he has an intelligence score of 7. But also, in character and out of character, we were both confused because we thought we were here to find out where to go, and now this guy's asking us where to go, and so we're just staring at him, scratching our head like, what the fuck's going on?
And it's not what the Rainbow Falls should be, right? Yes. Where's the fucking rainbow? It's like going to that place when you're driving on 80 in the United States. There's a place, what's it called? America, what's it called? They're all over on 80. Anyways.
Oh, Campgrounds of America?
Something like that. It's like America something. Anyways, it's a place you stop. It's famous. It's got like 25-cent cones, right? You see these signs up say 25-cent cone, 25-cent cone for like hundreds of miles. Well, I saw that twice in a row when I was with my band one time on tour, and I said, I gotta have a 25 fucking goddamn cent. I gotta have one of these ice cream cones. Stop! So we stopped at that place, and that day I walked in. The guy goes, "Sorry, we don't have any 25-cent cones today."
Oh, you got bait and switched on the highway.
I was so pissed. Oh my god! Dude, I was so mad. I was like, I saw this for like 8 hours of my life. This sign that said this. Oh, it was so bad, bro.
The only reason we stopped, I have a whole dollar. I wanted 4.
Oh man, they didn't have any ice cream. I couldn't even like exchange for something else. That sucked. And let's go back to the story. Sorry. Wow, that just popped into my head. Holy shit.
So, like I said, intelligence-wise, we're scratching our head, but I think he has the wisdom that he kind of opens his heart up to this tree guy and just, I'm a lawful good character, and I just want to go to wherever I'm needed most,
Right. So does that what is Little Grin doesn't have a point other than where everybody's going, I'm headed that way because I need to help?
I mean, literally, that's how he got roped into all this, was just that he was a nice guy.
Right.
And people asked,
Right.
So that's where
right.
That's kind of where I'm at. I'm just like,
okay.
He doesn't really know what the right choice is.
Right.
But he knows that he's here to help, and he wants to be wherever that is, whether if it's saving her or if it's saving the whole town.
Right.
He's not really sure on what the ethics are, but he knows that he's here. You know what I mean?
Okay. Right. All right. Excellent. Lila, what do you think?
Well, Lila's probably a little bit conflicted as well, because on one hand, she wanted to go to Rainbow Falls to see the rainbows. But on the other hand, the only reason why they even came on this trip was to find Cell. So she's thinking we should probably go find Cell.
Okay. So there's a lot of reason to have either side, but just because it's Cell.
Lila's honestly still kind of hoping that Cell is in Rainbow Falls, but
Right.
She thinks we should probably go to wherever Cell is.
Right. Okay. And Mihen.
So I just asked him one question. You say you have a feeling on the direction that Cell is. Which direction is that?
And he has the map, like a branch comes out, his arm moves with a bunch of limbs and stuff, and he's got that map still. And he says, I can show you on this.
Okay.
And the map is open, and he points to, like, I know you know the map, so all of you know it. In the middle, you have Cure de Rule, and then to the south and to the left a bit is Rainbow Falls, and he points to the right side of the map, which is nothing that you've ever been at, towards, or otherwise.
This is where Cell is what you're telling me.
The direction, and he just, like, he touches the map, like where it says Rainbow Falls. I'm sorry, everybody, don't get bummed. He points to where it says Rainbow Falls. He goes, "We are here.
Damn it!
She's over there."
I'm going to tell you, Frank, me as the player Scott, I feel personally attacked.
Oh,
I feel hurt and disappointed that the epic trip to Rainbow Falls was
Let
left.
us to
So,
this.
but I'm gonna trust you that this epic conclusion of when we actually find her will be worth it. So I go, okay, well then there's not really any reason to discuss further. I'm going this way. Lila, Littlegren, any thoughts contrary to that?
Well, if we're here, where's the Annie's pretzels? Because that caramel sauce is worth it.
If there's
Okay.
no dissenting point of view, I don't wait any further, and I just get up and start walking in the direction that I think I need to go.
Okay, so he says, "Wait," and he actually speaks up a little bit louder because he talks pretty whispery. Seems like it's not easy for him to talk. He's, "Wait,
Yeah, I'll stop and wait.
come back, Mian."
Well, I don't think I made it very far, but yeah.
Well, I know. Well, you know what? He don't talk loud, right? So he had to talk up for you to hear. At least that's what he thought.
Yeah.
He's a tree, man. You stood up and took a step, and in the time that it would take him to, grow a whole branch.
All right.
So he says, "I will help. I will help."
Oh,
But-
I's be remembering that my current flame be throwing us through the vines quite far and making us travel fast.
He smiles and laughs up at you. Or no, you're just, how tall are you again? 6.5, 7?
I'm short for a giant, but still
Right.
half giant.
Right. So yeah, he's actually just a little bit taller than you, so not much. But he's got so many limbs and stuff on him, so it's kind of different. So anyways, he says, "You have to promise me one thing, and I will help."
What's that?
Boy, I'd be okay with that, but I'm getting confused on how many promises we've been making so far. Is there a list be somewhere?
Bring her back here. So,
Why?
when you find her, she may no longer be herself.
I have an oath and promise to bring Cell back to Kier de Rule to face questioning and judgment by the word of my liege. So I shall promise you that if I determine that it is best to bring her here first, I shall try. However, I must take her to Kier de Rule in the end, no matter what.
I can set up a path so that you may get to that area quickly, and on your return, this will be the first place that you see.
Yeah, so I'll give my word that I will bring her back here if I determine that it is the quickest way back and appropriate to do so. But my current oath is already to birth an axe kicker, and I shan't break that for this promise. I hope you understand.
Well, it is the choice I will have to take. So, I will only ask if you want my help.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, we want your help, but I'm just telling him like I'll do my best, but I have a promise. I already have a promise to take her somewhere, so
Okay.
I'm just telling him I can't give my word as a lawful good paladin.
That's fine. That's fine.
This
Dragoon
if I
he-
find
sat
something
in their
else.
way.
He
As
said,
it is.
he said, okay, this is the only choice I have. I'll take it. He makes he shakes his what would be like a shoulder, and like this little like the first thing that's not like a bug thing. You haven't seen animals for a bit, like the nature that should be out here, and like this one little bird sticks its head out. It's got very like half feathers and half not feathers, like it's an old, and it sticks its head out of a little hole in his shoulder and goes and like makes like a little bird noise, and he goes, mm-hmm, and the bird flies out of his shoulder and goes looking for something or goes flying around. And boy, I tell you what, that's an old bird because there's very few feathers on it. Didn't look like it was going to be able to fly very well. So the spirit creature doesn't say anything to you. It just literally mouse starts barking though. But the spirit creature doesn't, the spirit spirit, that thing, yeah, it doesn't do any noise. And then the bird comes back, and the bird has it almost looks like a satchel, almost just like a blanket, almost with stuff in it that's it's carrying. It's only about this big, but it drops it on the ground, and he says, "You will need these. I feel. I will begin what I need to do." And you see him.
I'll pick up the satchel. And,
Okay.
And
It's you got, it's very small in your hands. And roll your perception.
If it's food, I have advantage.
It's food.
Then I have advantage.
There you go.
Woohoo.
Nothing wrong with that.
If it's within a mile, I have advantage, if you can believe that. 11.
All right. So you pick it up and you hold it and you go, this has got to be mushrooms. This has got to be mushrooms.
Is there like a bow tie on it? Can I
Yep, there's like a little, yep.
And because my hand's so big, I could probably, it won't even fall on the ground if I open it. So I
Yep, you kind of hit one of the sides and it just opens real simple, and there are 3 mushrooms.
same color, same everything.
You've never seen these mushrooms. These are absolutely amazing. They are like a greenish yellow, and then they design like how the mushrooms always have like that patterns on top. A lot of them do. There's like these little designs, and they're all like in like a glowing orange. So these mushrooms have an orange glow, which you've never seen anything like this. And then it's got this green and gold foil look to it too. So like they're almost shiny looking. They're like badass looking.
I am immediately, I'm not touching them, but I'm examining them hardcore. Like I'm freaking out about them. I'm like a giddy little kid. Or you know what? Have you ever seen like the Westminster dog kennel? You know when they have the dog up there and
sure,
like, the lady is judging it. I'm like in it. I'm like, okay, 2 points for color, 3 points for consistency. You know what I mean? Like I'm all about it.
Cool. Okay, so you have those, and as he's doing his earthly magics, or naturist magics, I suppose, he does turn back and he says, "Only take those when necessary. They will allow you to see the dead."
Ooh.
Fancy.
I'll ask him, what being you call these mushrooms? I not be seeing ones like them befores ever.
They are a death cap. They grow from the rotted corpses of undead. If that person asks for forgiveness with their last dying breath, this place where we are was once a beautiful, beautiful place. We need it to be beautiful again. It will feed the planet, a planet which is starving on its crust.
So these mushrooms are from like partially forgiven rotted corpses grown in an underground magical well?
Ew.
DM to player, that's pretty close. That's really pretty close.
Yeah.
Gross. There was only one road that was not exactly right, but all of them were perfect all the way down. That was sweet, man. That's absolutely correct.
So, but I guess that's why I want to get a sense of them from my nature knowledge. Like, are they tainted? Are they like evil? Or are they like something special?
Well, the legend behind them is that even the most dirty, mean, and nasty has triggers that make them that way, and they're not everybody's nasty all the time. So when someone is taking their dying breath and they ask for forgiveness here, what happens is as they fall, one last gift is given to them as a sign that they acknowledged that they needed to ask for that forgiveness. And that's one single little mushroom that will allow, which obviously is a sort of a miracle, if you will, the ability to see undead.
That's so cool. No, I'm sorry. I was just a little confused because it's something so pretty from something so foul, So
right.
That's super cool lore. Awesome. Yeah. I tucked them away.
Cool. Awesome. So the forest spirit keeps, and you see all these creatures flying around it. Now you see bugs and some small birds and stuff. And everybody roll their perception, please. Uh-oh, somebody rolled a 1. I heard something.
Ooh, it wasn't me.
It was me.
Okay. You're mesmerized by this portal that's being created. You see this circular sphere. It almost looks like sand and blue and greens, and it's just there's these swirling colors that are starting to appear in front of the forest or nature spirit. Those of you who made your perception, you hear a noise to your right, and it's the dwarven centaur, the older dwarven centaur, and he comes down and he says, speaks in dwarven to you, Meehan. You're the one that speaks dwarven, correct?
Yep.
Yes. He looks at you and he says, "Here, I'm not sure if the master will remember this. This is what you will need to break when you wish to come back here, when you are ready." And he
Please
gives you
explain further.
Yeah, he has it almost looks like an earthen pottery that he's got in his hands, and he says you got to break this.
Like just smash it on the floor?
Yeah, throw it on the ground, break it somewhere, and a portal will appear and send you and bring you back. Okay? So
Hey, I forgot to ask about the dwarven horses. Are they dwarven horses or are they dwarven mini horses?
Are you talking about what you're talking to right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dwarf mini horse or dwarf horse?
Okay, so it's a centaur that is half dwarf and half like pony. So they're not as big as regular centaurs. Okay, so yeah,
I get it. So it goes halfling, mini horse, dwarf, pony, human, regular horse. Okay, that makes more. Okay, half orc, Clydesdale, no problem.
Right, exactly. Oh, jeez. Okay, so he gives you that, and he says, he goes, I just, here's the thing. You two, I want you to understand this. He says, well, the gate's going to take you over somewhere else that you've never been. And to be honest, I don't know if he's ever been over there either. So, good luck. Good luck. Don't be afraid to come back if there's too much.
Okay.
Okay. I walk towards the pretty portal.
Yeah, let's hit it.
Okay, so he turns as you all nod and take the pottery piece and start going back towards the gate that's been created, and he just runs up the side of the drop that takes you down into this watered area, and the big tree creature moves back so that, like, when you go in, you're going to have to kind of go between the earth creature and this gate or nature spirit, and it looks like he's almost protecting and keeping everything else that's here, just in case, like, he doesn't want a bird to fly through it or something else to come in here. So he's kind of protecting it. And then he says, "It's ready. Good luck. Bring her back. Please."
I don't understand your connection with this person, but okay. And I swap mouse on the button.
Cool. And as you do that and you start to take your steps in, you just hear, "She is of nature like I and the others here."
A pixie artificer who likes nature. Then I jump through the portal.
Okay. You jump through the portal. Everybody's jumped through the portal?
I'd like to think Lila jumped in before Meehan did because he had a question. She was just like, okay.
Yep, I know. I was trying to.
So you are okay.
She's always the first
so
one.
literally, in sense of the camera, Meehan turns to look at the creature, and you just see Lila in the background going, "Whoa!" right on in there. That's perfect.
Yep.
Perfect. How about you, Little Grin?
Oh, I wait till everyone's through, and then I'm just like, I just wave, "Thank you. It's been nice." You know, I leave a gold piece. "Thanks for the ride. Where I come from, it's common to tip your cab driver." So, you know, and then I jump through the hole.
I'm gonna roll next week to see what he thought about that. I won't start that now. I'll wait and see what he thought about that when we start up next week.
If someone does you a favor, you leave a gold piece. That's how life works.
Right.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
Well, keep in mind, though, there are some places where it's kind of offensive to tip.
There's nowhere
That's
where
true.
it's offensive to tip, except for Europe, and that's just because they already charge 3 times as much.
And Japan.
And where?
Japan.
Really?
Yeah, but they're weird.
All right. So you hear all these. You hear voices and you feel different, like, winds coming at you from different sides. Like your foot for a second gets, like, grasped under a big push of wind, and then on your shoulder on the other side, and you hear all these voices, and it's dark, and then it's light, and then there's electricity coming in all around you, and flashing into your face, and then fire, and then wind, and there's just all these different things hitting you, and then suddenly everything is still, and your eyes begin to clear, and there's a blue light that's illuminating this room you're in. Now, there is only one of you that can see in the dark, correct? So, what happens is that the blue light lights everything up, and your eyes clear. And you see that you are sitting, because when you land, you just kind of go down to your knees. That's just what happens. And you see in front of you that you are literally standing on a ledge that's no more than a foot wide, 1.5 feet wide. And so some of you are barely fitting on this ledge, i.e., and it's at least 200 foot in radius. There is this pool of water. and you are in a huge, huge, huge underground dome with just a ledge 1.5 feet long to your left that follows the wall, or down below, very, very, very dark, unable to see down there because it is dark in here, water. And that's where we're going to stop for tonight. Next week, we'll see which way you all want to roll. So, thank you very much for checking out the show tonight, everybody. We do appreciate it. Check it out on YouTube as well. Legends of Theia Adventure Stream. Yeah, via the Dice Cult. Again, Monday nights we have On the Backs of Gods, which is a North Space 5th edition homebrew. A lot of fun. I show up all the time to play part of that game. It's a lot of fun. Tuesday nights we have us, and then on Saturday nights, Call of Cthulhu or Vampire the Masquerade or some other mystery horror type one-shot deal. Hope to see you all next week, or see you checking us out on YouTube. Thank you so much. Say goodbye, everybody. Later, everybody.
Thanks for watching.
Take care, everybody.
People are meat.